Back and I'm in a car. I'm sorry for this. I never said spectator. I was still inviting people, getting everything ready. I'm just gonna retire on the start. Sorry, things are a bit dim a car with all this lobby glitches we had. Can't retire yet. And that's how you get a perfect stop. I'm just gonna drive it into the pits and then retire before we start a safety car. Check the race from the back here. Sorry for that, but now we can get back to commentating. As soon as we go into broadcast mode, and we got still Josh leading the pack, Bob making up a position from Shakes, Arno Ghoos in 4th, still followed by his teammate Nick Gish and Smudge. Django moving up a lot, Super D losing out a lot. Super D was in 4th I think, or 5th. Shaney in 7th, Zardi in 8th, Pantry Star in 9th, Cyberjard in 10th. As we say that, Zardi makes up a position against Shane. We got Royal Viking in 11th, Boinkies in 12th, Torman Kills in 13th. Torman starting from the back, already making up quite a good couple of positions. Everybody quite close to each other except for Zardi and Smudge. Django has a little gap here. Otherwise everybody in the top, or in the race, is about less than a second away from each other. So very close racing here by the McLarens. Let's follow them around. Panthers are really getting close to Shane. Oof, and they go. He's on top of their gearbox, and also followed very closely by Cyber here. And they have a 3-car battle going down. They hang a straight. Pantry going for the move on Shaney here. Shaney defending and just not having enough pace here. Cyber also getting quite hasty at the back of Shaney now. Bob setting the fastest lap of the race of 29 flat. Awesome view here from down below. You just open up some telemetry. And biggest losses and biggest gains. Brian Johnson coming already back into the comments saying, Vamos, Jad, vamos, yeah. Vamos for Jad, sitting on the back of Pantry. Lost a little bit of time, he was very close to him before. Our biggest lose out of the start was Super D, dropping down 12 places. Our bigger winner was Tom and Kills with up 4 places. Rabico asking, what is the tires? I'll have a look for you, my good sir. So we got a mix of softs and mediums. Quite interesting. I think some of you did say you can run a soft to medium or a medium to soft race. In my regard, it's always beneficial if you can run a medium to soft, rather use the faster tire at the end of the race. With the low fuel load, you'll just be going so much quicker. Arnu Ghoos just passing Shakes down the hanger straight, followed here by Negation. So these Red Bulls are really feisty, and they try and stick with the 2 Mercedes up in front, running on that softer compound. They don't want to lose out on too much. As I can hear, Avalak is joining us back here.
Yeah,
I think.
I've eaten. I feel good. Thank you.
Happy now? Well, let me break you the bad news. I was never in spectators mode, so I was given a call.
No, I saw that. You were, I could hear buttons flick, and I could see you turn 17 times into one corner on the remote. Or was that on a wheel?
No, that was my controller. I already switched my wheel off again, so I was trying. It would have looked a lot better. I forgot I'm on auto. I'm on a manual box as well, so I had to figure out how to change gears on a controller.
There we go. But listen, from a tyre allocation, I mean, you expect Josh and Bob to maybe pull out a little bit of a gap, and it's not as big as I thought it would be between Arnu and... So Shakes, Arnu getting the jump on his teammate up into 3rd. Shakes not the best starts ever, so he's... so I think it's going to be a feisty battle here between Arnu is probably just going to back down a little bit to get Shakes into play, and then get DRS for Nick. So they're probably playing the team game here at Red Bull.
Nick very close to Shakes here at this moment. Nick going, on the inside of Shakes, on his gearbox, DRS open. I think this might be an easy pass. Shakes also having the DRS helping him a bit. Shakes defending quite well into Stowe. Nick going out very wide. Does he stick it? Still keeping it on the inside for Nick here. I think this is Nick's corner. Nope, they're still going side by side. Shakes still sticking it out. Great defending from Shakes into the last chicane and out of it.
Yeah, that's good racing by both of them. So I'm a little bit delayed from you on the stream. But yeah, that was good racing by both drivers. So,
and our first penalty already. Track limits a bit tough on Smudge Django. Already got a 3-second. Ooh, and Shakes loses the rear bit, giving Nick the better traction. And DRS, Nick making the overtake. Can Shakes bring it back? Zari or Smudge Django also following them closely, the other Alfa Romeo. But yeah, Nick sticks the move. Out of the small
so well done.
driver error from Shakes, losing the rear bit in the first sector there.
So Dustin is saying good luck, Mr. Gish. Yeah, he put a lot of practice in, so hopefully he'll be quick tonight.
Only time will tell. Only time will tell. But yep, earlier lap 1, lap 2, all drivers were within a second of each other, so really quite close and competitive. Not a lot of them dropping out of the 1 second gap, some of them just over it, or drivers pushing to get other drivers out of the DRS so they can just breathe a little. But I think this is quite close racing than what we've seen on other games.
Yeah, I think Arne and Nick is probably just going to try to piggyback on each other and try to keep the DRS in play and make turns, trying to catch up with the 2 Mercedes ahead of them. So this is Wingman and everyone getting involved. So this is nice to see 2 Red Bulls fighting 2 Mercedes. And then you've got the 2 Alphas in Shakes and Smirch Django. So it's all basically line astern except for the outlier, Zadi and the Aston is 7th. You've got the 2 McLarens line astern. The solo Ferrari, which is Poinkies. And you've got the 2 Williams currently in 14th. No,
12th and
a lot of nonsense.
15th.
12th and, yeah, sorry, no glasses. That's what it is.
Yep, Super D losing out quite a bit on that first lap. I couldn't see what happened. I'd rather took the car to the pits than to cause a safety car on top of all the chaos we've had
Yeah,
tonight.
I see you kept nicely to the speed limit into the pit, so well done. That's a 5-second penalty.
I just tried to end it as quick as possible.
I know you did. It's happened to me as well.
Shane let Pantry Star go there. Could have been team orders.
Big, yeah. What? To lose so much time for team orders, I don't know.
Yeah, not the best decision. But hey.
Yeah, maybe not there. Look, there's no one else behind Shane at the moment. So Yakker's quite far away from him, so there is enough time to do this, but you don't want to lose that much time. You never know when there can be a virtual or a safety or anything like that. But no rain is yet here in Silverstone in the UK, so it's all still dry.
We haven't gotten a rain update this time around, so the drivers were probably very hasty to get their setups loaded and getting ready for the race, as everything just happened so much quicker at the end there.
Yeah, absolutely. So just looking at probably laps when we're starting to expect the first pit stops. 26 laps. You probably expect the soft runners to pit around about lap 10. The medium guys probably lap 13 or 14. So we'll see how that goes. We'll keep on monitoring the gap between Nick and Bob. Currently,
Django lost it. He's dropping quite a bit of places. I don't see any damage on his car. But he has dropped quite a bit. I didn't see what happened. He might have lost it. Also through that first sector, I think people are a bit courageous on the throttle there. Track, it looks a bit colder because it is a little overcast, I think, if I can see correctly. Yep, it is overcast.
Yeah,
or it could be the softs getting out from underneath them. 6 laps. Softs can be very high grade.
Let's just have a look at that gap between Nick and Bob. It's currently 3.1 seconds.
Moving up very slowly, but this should be the time where the mediums
sort of like come into play. Also less tire wear maybe on the softs because it's not that warm, so track temperatures are quite low.
Yep.
Further down the field, remember this is FTR, so we award points up until 12th. So Smirch Django in the points, as well as Boinkies, as well as Top Gun. Top Gun reserve driver. He is a Division 2 driver. Had a good race last week. So Super D still on the softs, 4 seconds behind Top Gun. Bit of a bad one for him. I'm not sure. If I just look at this, I don't think Imi is in the lobby anymore.
Imi I think left during the formation lap. We've had some issues.
Alright. So Imi is out of it. That's Aston Martin out of it. But
up in front, it looks like these Red Bulls are struggling to shake the shake, because he's still sticking up right up with them.
Yeah, and Arne is getting a 3-second time penalty as well, so that's not going to bend well for him at the end of the race. So that will be added to his race time. So Arne Basically, a 3-second time penalty that will put him behind Zardi at the moment.
Yep. But still a lot
there's still a long way to go.
In this race. We've still got quite a bit of laps left to go.
Oh, the pattern is saying around about lap 12. Yeah, I would expect maybe a little bit earlier than that, depending on. But yeah, it's not that warm track temperature, so it might be a little bit further. We'll see how the mediums hold up. So that gap is not coming down whatsoever. It's still at just over 3 seconds. So no major improvements from the Red Bulls trying to catch up with the Mercedes cars in front.
Tolman going for the overtake on Royal Viking here. You should probably see at any moment.
Yeah, there we go. 5 seconds delay. It's going around the outside. There we go. Good move by Torment. That puts him up into 14th. That was good without glasses. Well done to me.
Well done. Did you go fetch the binoculars this time?
I tell you what, I need to get a bigger TV, apparently. I'm getting old. Like an old age.
Yaku Nagel also looking very racy on Smurge Django. Smurge Django passing Yaku Nagel on the hanger straight into Stowe.
Yeah, he's also got a 3-second time penalty, so and Yaku on the mediums. So yeah, let's see when the soft cars do pit.
Yeah, interesting. It's a new game, so new tyre wear, completely different to F1 22. I would say the softs can last quite a bit longer in F1 23 than what it used to do in F1 22. You could only basically use it as a qualifying tyre. There was no chances in a race.
So Jason is also saying, is Josh Russell or Sir Hamilton? I don't think really anyone wants to be Hamilton, to be fair. But you never know. Someone might fancy Hamilton. Personally, I would just take Yuki Tsunoda. I would just not be Hamilton. Hell no. Yeah. So.
And Josh lost it. Oh, Josh is pitting. Sorry, Josh is pitting. Sure, he was just dropping.
You'll get all excited. Like I want to fast forward my TV, but nothing's happening.
So Josh.
So yeah, there we go. Lap 10. Yeah.
Only
so he's probably gonna
so far pitting.
Yeah, he's going on to the mediums from what I can see. Yes, he does. Is that hards?
That's mediums.
Mediums. Alrighty then.
Seems like you're colorblind as well. Or that could also be the TV.
Could be.
Yeah, so 16 laps on the mediums. Interesting to see also when our medium runners do duck into the pits. So yeah, Bob currently sitting on almost a 4-second lead, and the Mercedes have just been building on their pace. Josh getting to the back of Torment. See if the Alpine's going to give him some space. Those new mediums must be cooking on them. Yep, easy overtake. But I think Torment just let him go. It's not his battle to fight. Josh and those new mediums, it's just a lot more rapid. Maybe he can get some DRS down the hanger straight. It will just help Torment more to let him go than try and hold him back. And Bob also pulling the trigger now. Bob is pitting. So all of our soft runners are coming into the pits. Let's see if Smurge Django is going to hit into the pits. Nope, he's still continuing. Super D is also coming into the pits. See if Torment's also coming into the pits, it looks like. Yep, so all the soft runners are pitting except for Smurge Django. He's probably taking it time to go for the overcut. But so that promotes Nick Gishin into the provisional lead here. Josh still sitting snazzy because everybody in front of him still needing to pit. And everybody running so close to each other, it can be anyone's game. As Smurge Django just sticked it on the inside of Yaku Nagel again. These two have been fighting for quite a while as well. Not much what's happening. Let's see what's happening here in front. Shake's getting also very close to these two Red Bulls. And he's about... Oh, he just loses the rear a little bit. He was so close. I think he could have made an overtake on Anu. This is also the position you don't want to be in. That third guy in the DRS train, it's just so difficult while the two in front of you are just keeping on fighting. You just gotta wait and pick up the pieces if anything had to happen with the guys in front of you. And Arnu going into the pits quite early, lap 10 on the mediums. He might be going for hards. He can't go back onto the mediums. He has to choose a different tire.
Has he got maybe damage, or is that just normal pit stop, Hanku?
I can't see. Nope, his wing looks intact. The drivers are not standing there waiting for a wing. He's putting under hards. Very interesting choice.
Okay.
Different type of tire straight than what we see what's happening in front of him.
Yeah, so he's going to go definitely longer hards, shorter on the mediums, and his teammate might hang it out a bit. Maybe overcooked his tires slightly being behind Nick. Dirkies is saying, that sounds like Dirkies. He's saying Josh would rather be Russell, yeah. Panda saying, wat sê die manne van Ricky Bobby? Wat Friskas
se seat gevat het.
Okay.
Panda, please come finish school first and then come talk to us so we can understand.
Panda, grade 5, that's all I'm saying. Yeah, I'm not a big Danny Rick fan. I think I'm not a big Australian fan in general, mate. I kind of smarked Nick de Vries. I think he deserved that seat. He's probably the most hardworking dude and got the latest into F1, so I think he deserves a little bit more. But Helmut Marko, yeah, that man, oh, he's worse than the government. So he's a tough old bully. So obviously Nick is driving Checker 60 at the moment. He's not going to be in F1 anymore.
And Nick also pulling the trigger now. I think he's also going to go for the hards. There's no way the softs will make it from here, I think. Or they'll be liquid rubber at the end of the race.
I just want to mention this quickly. So Dirkies is saying that it's Sacri D, and backwards it's like Atmar. Atmar Gauzy, spelled backwards, is Aussie Grandpa. And Dirkies spelled backwards is Sacri D, which is Division 2 driver. Oh word, you guys are creative. I tell you what, 2 extra World Championship points for Sacri, just for being creative. Well done.
We're management, we're allowed to.
Yeah, we can. Jason's saying morsig again. Stop it with morsig. Everyone's going to be morsig tomorrow at work. I'm going to annoy my boss. But yeah, let's get back to racing. So, Zari in the pits, Pantry in the pits, Boinkies in the pits, Top Gun, so is Royal Viking, everyone into the pits. It's Shakes leading from Shane. So Nick Gishan also pitted for the Hearts a couple of laps later than his teammate, and there was no undercut from Arne, so he's still behind Nick. So Linus turn, so we still need to see Shane into the pits as well as Shakes. They've done now 12 laps on those videos. Could they go to lap 16 maybe, lap 15, and then slap on the softs and be mega quick? Well, what we're gonna have to do is, maybe what you can do is, Anku, is just put for us on the time a gap towards the leader, so we don't get stuck on interval. So maybe put just the telemetry for us on gap to leader, and we can see how that gap progression is between Shakes, Nick and Arne. Because he might just come through here with a legend
it's like
move.
27 seconds at the moment if Shakes had to pit. I'm not sure what the time lost is in the pits.
Okay, but hang on, Arne's just Arne's just gone past Nick.
Yeah.
So yeah, no team orders there after round 1. There's too early to pick a number 1 driver. I think they're making turns just to use ERS and DRS and just piggyback basically. So 27 seconds, I think a pit stop around Silverstone. Jason, you've got nothing to do with your morsige thingies. Google for us there quickly. What is the average pit stop in Silverstone? I'm going to take a wild guess here. I'm going to say 26 seconds for a pit stop around Silverstone. So let's see if I'm right.
I'm going to say 28.
Okay, you're going to go 28. Alright, so 26 seconds versus 28. Let's see what Jason can come up with, seeing that he's got nothing to do.
We want to see game times, we don't want to see the actual times, because actual times are different.
Yeah, it could be very close to where we are. Let's see. It will give us a good baseline to work from. But currently,
saying 27 seconds, he believes.
Okay, so if that is the case, then Shakes will come out currently just behind Nick.
So we'll see.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, they were 26 seconds.
Is he going to do 12 laps on those softs? I don't think he's got anything to lose. I would just slap on a brand new pair of softs and milk it.
He is.
I mean,
he's setting up a nice pair of softs. He's just done pitting. Nick and Gishan and Arnuchos coming through the last corner over the line.
Yeah, they're definitely going to jump him. Is Zardi? Zardi's not going to come through, is he?
I think it will be close between him and Zardi.
Look, he doesn't want Zardi between him and the two Red Bulls because then he can really
He's
milk
in front of Zardi. He's also on the faster tyre. Nick Gishan and them on the hards. Shakes is on the softs. He might be able to pull a little.
I tell you what, this can get very, very interesting. But yeah, once again, he needs to look very well after those soft tyres because we see that Josh and Bob pitted basically lap 10, 11. So that's probably at the end. We know Josh and Bob can really milk the tyres to 75, 80% wear. So it's all about how he goes through maggots and beckets and cops if he goes flat out through there. You don't want to take out too much of these soft tyres in the beginning, but this is good information for Division 2. It actually messes with Division 2's minds in terms of what to do, because we've seen the guys starting on the softs and going to the mediums. We've seen the guys going for the mediums to the hards, and now we've seen mediums go to softs. So
big mix of tyres.
yeah, big mix, which makes it very confusing for a guy like me who haven't put in the practice and needs to find a strategy. Obviously down the window. Or down
we
the
just
drain,
take Josh's strategy, that's all.
No, but you need Josh's space. I'm far away from that, so that doesn't work. It's voided. 26 seconds, says Morsige Jay. So Jay is just agreeing with me on 26 seconds because he wants extra world championship points. That's all he's doing.
We want to see the Google post.
yeah. Screenshot. Click, click. Alright, so let's just have a look at this. Shane is also in the pit, so he's going to get jumped probably by Nick, Arnu, Shake, Zardi. Probably come out just behind Super D, maybe just ahead of Super D. Yep. So let's see where Shane pops out. The gap between... So what we can do now is, Sanku, we can go back to intervals. So we can see what the gap is between Shakes and Arne and how quickly he's catching them.
Yeah,
so it looks like 3 seconds. So let's see how that is going to work out for us.
Yeah,
so 3.1 seconds.
Super D making up quite a bit of places already. He's in 7th after basically dropping to dead last on the opening lap. So he's really put in the work. He's got these new tires already. I think he might still catch a couple of people in front of him.
Yeah, he might be, but the gap from the Mercedes cars is now very much not manageable. 4 seconds between the two Mercedes drivers, 4 seconds between them and the Red Bull chasing pair. Arne is still sticking close to Nick, trying to get the DRS and save up on some ERS. Gap now of Shakes was 3.1, it's now 2.4, so 0.6 of a second. Purple sector for him, so this is definitely going to be fastest lap. We haven't seen a safety car yet, we haven't seen any red flags, which Jason was hoping for. And Jason's also saying his Nokia 3210 doesn't take screenshots.
If you put the phone face down on a printer and you hit copy, we'll get a screenshot.
once.
Trust me, I work for them. I know what I'm talking about.
Alright, so just further down the field, Super D, like we said earlier, 7th. Pantry Star keeping his own in 8th. He's on a set of halves, 4 laps in.
Yeah, very close.
He is
Super
super close to Super D.
Quite a nice little train behind Super D, actually.
Yeah, good race pace here by Boinkies. He's currently at 9th, and you get the feeling that he's just going to put consistent lap times in, put the pressure on the guys in front. Yaku's not far behind, and then you've got Smirch Django. Shane. A bit disappointing for him. Shane is normally one of the fast guys. Someone's falling down, and that looks like Smirch Django. Did he spin? So Smirch Django fell down.
One position.
Yeah, one. I thought it was more than one.
Shane passed him on that brand new pit.
Okay, then he's down to 12th. And then Cyber at the back.
Shane is really quick on his softs.
Yeah, the gap now between Shakes and Arne is almost stabilized at 2 seconds, so 2.1, 2.2. Has Shakes taken too much out of those tires with that fastest lap of him? He's still got another 8 laps to go on those softs. Good overtake coming here from Shane on Yaku. So going around the outside. I think it's better of it. He's going to just tuck the nose in. Ooh, that was close.
It is a very close move.
Yeah, so I am 5 seconds delayed, and I apologize for that. But he is gone through, so that is Shane up into 10th. So that's another World Championship point coming the McLaren's way. And just talking about McLaren is currently leading Division 2 constructors. Now, you haven't seen that yet, and you're not on the squad as a driver, and you just follow us because we have numpties and we talk about motorcycle things. Just check out Facebook, because all the driver standings is on there for the sprint and for the race last week. All the driver standings and the constructors are out per division, and it is currently McLaren that's leading the way in Division 2 after race 1, from a constructor's point of view. So
and Mercedes for Premier Division.
Yeah, and Mercedes for Premier Division. So
and as it stands currently, followed by Red Bull, just as our race is going, both Red Bulls, both Mercedes in the right place.
Yeah, I think different tracks is going to suit different drivers. So you might find that Josh and Bob's going to be a little bit overpowering here in Silverstone. But you might get tracks where, like I mentioned earlier, Miami is definitely one of Nick's favorite tracks. So you might find that next week we are off to Spa. No,
it's not Spa yet.
It's
next
Belgium or Spain, one of the two.
Next week will be Spain.
So we are off to Fernando Alonso territory. So, hola, ¿cómo está? So it's off to Spain. So that might be different. That's not an easy overtaking track. So grid position is important in Spain. World Viking gets a 3-second time penalty.
But with the new track layout of Spain, and Super D loses it in the grass. Not been a great drive for the Haas driver. Second time he's losing up quite a bit. Had a great recovery, and I think he was just pushed out a little bit too wide. You probably have seen it by now. Hey, have a look.
Yeah, I just saw the replay. This is cool. I watch replays. If you're a Sky Sports customer, you can press YouTube and you can be 5 seconds delayed. Well done.
Yep. So almost 6 laps to go. I want to see a bit the current penalties we're standing on. So 8 seconds for Royal Viking. It's quite a bit. You might have gotten the 5 seconds for speeding in the pits. And then the rest of the grid is all 3 seconds for Arnu, Shakes, Zari, Shaney, Smirts, Django, Yaku Nagel, and Torment, all having a 3-second penalty. As Shaney gets back onto in front of Pantry Star as well.
Yeah, so I think Shakes has taken the most out of his tires. He's 1.4 seconds, unless he's just managing, but I think it's the time to manage is basically gone. He should have tried to get as close as possible, get into DRS and then save his tires. But he's 1.3 seconds behind Arne. So Nick has got the cover, so he is not flying solo in the Red Bull, so he's got some cover with Arne behind him. Nick obviously ahead of Arne after race 1, but that's nothing to go by in terms of first and second drivers. So there's no fights there yet. But yeah, time penalties coming thick and fast. Arne with penalties, Shakes, Zadi, so Smirts, Yaku. Yaku, wow, big penalty for him. You don't see that every day. Royal Viking and Torment. So tough night out for those guys.
Yeah, another driver you never see a penalty for is Boinkies. Boinkies is a very clean driver.
I think out of FTR, when he joins and rejoins and come back again and rejoin again, I've seen Boinkies only once with a penalty in my life.
Yeah,
so
I
he's
can also
very...
remember 1 3-second penalty.
It's probably the same race.
It was a very bad track, I think, as well. It wasn't a very easy track.
Yeah, so no, he's very neat and precise when it comes to race pace. So hats off to him. Prince RSA, hey, the Queen, welcome. We've got royalty. Yay! I hope it's not Prince, the singer Prince. He's saying that Smirch must hold on. So look, so if you're new to FTR Prince, we give points in FTR up until 12th position. So Smirch is still okay. A 3-second time penalty. That will negate Yaku's 3-second time penalty. Might be in a little bit of trouble with Super D catching up with him. And Top Gun, but yeah, if he puts the hammer down, he might just... Yaku had a moment, or did he get overtaken?
Yeah, he got overtaken by Super D just now. Just missed it. I saw them changing positions quite a couple of times.
Yeah, so Smith Django can still hang on to points there, which is great. So 12 will still get points, which is awesome stuff. So, yeah.
And a question, how much points are between 11th and 12th? How much do we give?
1 point difference.
Yeah, so 1 and 2.
Yep. So it's basically 30, 25, 19, 16, 14, 12, 10, 7, 5, 3, 1. Something like that.
Okay.
See, I do standings. I know these things out of my head. Oh my word.
Yeah, that's why I don't know it. I don't do the standings.
That's just so boring. What a nerd I am. Okay, so Tyson is saying, oh wow, how many points? Sorry, I missed that. Yeah, P11 to P12 respectively. So that's 1 point difference. Rebecca's saying he's going to lose it. Come on, Smirch, get in there, boy. Keep the points going. It's so important to get points. You never know what's coming this season. There's some horrible, difficult tracks coming up. Spain is not the easiest. Hungary is not easy. We've got the rain-affected races, might be in terms of Canada, Australia, and Miami. You got a couple of sprints coming up in terms of Spa and Miami.
The other rain race was Monza.
Sorry, Monza, not Miami. So you've got a couple of tough races coming up. Zandvoort also very tough. So any points, I tell you what, never give up. There's always, you must always try to get the points. So no matter how lost you look in the race, and also stewards reports, Hanku. That's another thing that can play a vital role. Your stewards report, because you think you are down in the dumps, you're 8th, nothing's going to happen. All of a sudden, everyone in front of you gets 3 or 5 place penalties, and you find yourself in 5th.
Yeah.
So So it's not over till the weekend, really, in terms of stewards reports.
Yeah.
But last week well behaved, though, for Premier Division. Yeah. We're not allowed to say fat lady. We're supposed to say oversized lady. I think fat is fat. Isn't fat a wrong word?
That is the expression. I'm just using the expression.
Yeah, but I know. But I mean, you get literally, you can be a cow these days and it will be fine. So everyone's binary, secondary, atoms, neutrons. So you must be careful calling people fat. Well, not really. We're an FTR. We don't really give a crap.
I think it's worse saying oversized because you're trying to hide it.
That's very true. At least you got a nice personality. Let's call it that way.
Yes.
Alright. No, it's a Sergeant Panda saying, please don't mention Stewart's report, still having nightmares. You're lying, you didn't do anything with that Stewart's report, Panda. I'm kidding. No, you know what, a big shout out to the Stewards this season. Panda, Wezo, I'm going to get this wrong, but let's see if I can get it right. Panda, Wezo, J-Boy, Morsach, I'm running into trouble. Stoffel! Chris, there we go. Don't we need another one? I think that's about it. And then obviously Zero to Cool, Hanku, my co-commentator, he's helping out the guys, and then myself obviously helping out in Premier Division. So big heads up and thanks up for the stewards. So lap 23, 3 laps to go. We're talking a lot except for F1, but this hasn't been one of the most exciting races that we've had. But hey, last week made up for this race. Although there is some close on battles, it's just the Mercedes running away with it. 7 seconds between Josh and Bob, my word.
8 seconds now.
Right, Nick Gishin has scored up, so Bob has probably had a moment somewhere, because Nick is now 1.8 seconds, 1.9 seconds behind Bob. So Bob must have had a moment somewhere. Arne Gous, at the moment he's in trouble because he will fall from 4th. Well, not really, because Shakes and Zari's got penalties. So that might just negate everything. You don't want to get another one and get to 6 seconds.
Django off in Mackett's and Beckett's. No damage what I can see. Yep, no damage.
And Shane, Jason is saying Shane as well. Sorry Shane, if you watch the stream later. Also Stuart for FTR. Yeah, there goes Smirts. And we've all been hopping on and wishing him to get points, and he unfortunately lost it. So 13 seconds penalty for Shane. Wow. He's 7 seconds adrift, 3 seconds. So if he can keep it within 10 seconds from Shane, he will get 12th, and that will be 1 World Championship point. So come on, Smith, get in there.
Yeah, he passed him. Shane was in the pits. So Smith Django did get.
Yeah, but Shane's going to come out very fast, and unfortunately for him, his fastest lap only goes to the top 10. So yeah.
Tyson,
so fastest
we've only got 2 divisions. This is Premier, and then tomorrow night would be the Division 2 race. just commenting on the comments.
Yeah, that comes 5 seconds later, so I'm still delayed. I'm still on Princess message. Kidding. I can't see the messages, that's actually the problem. You know.
So I just want to get back to Nick here. We're almost coming into the last lap here, and he's 1.3 seconds behind Bob. I think he's really pushing to get into the
yeah, but
range.
it's not going to matter at all on Kerr because the 3-second time penalty next to his name. Oh, he doesn't. Sorry, it's Arno.
Arno's got the 3-second time
Yeah,
penalty.
look, I mean, you don't want to lose it on the last lap or 2 laps from the end. Yeah, maybe the last lap we could just get on board with Josh because we haven't been really with Josh during the race with his runaway victory. So that will be the 3rd win in a row for Josh. That will be Austria main race last week, Austria sprint race last week. That Red Bull needs a car wash. No
Also,
rain in Silverstone. My word, that's a first. That's a first. I've never seen Silverstone dynamic weather not raining. Ever. Like ever. So how lucky can you be? My word.
Nick is just climbing into the DRS range as well of Bob.
Yeah, might be a little bit too late. Tyson is just asking in terms of, and Panda's answered him, so what time is Division 2? So all our races is 8 o'clock CAT, Central African time. If you're in the UK, that will be you are, let me just think quickly, you are 1 hour
behind,
so that will be 7 o'clock UK time. Yeah, depending on where you're from. Alright, so and Jason is just being morsig. Tell you what, Jason can be the top fan of the season in terms of YouTube, because I tell you what, he comments on everything. I can say numpty and he will comment on that. Well done, J-Boy. Love it, my man. I actually speak to Jason every now and again. Awesome lad. Right, so the last lap, let's follow Josh around. Like I say, this will be his 3rd win on the trot in the start of the season. So can anyone catch Josh? At the moment it looks very dominant from him. 7 seconds ahead of his teammate. Nick, 0.6 seconds. Is he going to go for a late lunch during the lap, Honku? Maybe we should have a look at that. I know Josh is on the last lap, but the race is not really there.
Yeah, I wanted to mention I'm keeping my eye very close on that time between Nick and Bob, and I think he's going to have one more go for it down the hangar straight.
Yeah.
I just want to see quick if I follow Bob. They're both kind of low on ERS. Bob on 20%, Nick on only 6%.
Right, so let's see. It's all gonna be about Maggots and Beckett's here. And Nick is very fast through this section. So.
Ooh, Nick just dropped out. Is it just me? Something happened to Nick. I think he might have disconnected. He's just dropping a lot of time.
No. Load shedding. Could be. What's the time?
It's not 10 yet. It's 10 to 10.
Yeah, but the government can't read time.
And yeah, so Josh coming through the
That's
final
him
corner.
done. So he will not get any points because he's literally ghosting at the end of the race unless he can get control of his car before the race ends. But
Josh
that's
creeping over the victory line here, waiting for Bob. And so Josh taking the win, Bob in 2nd, and that would put Arno Gous in 3rd, Shakes in 4th, Zadi in 5th, Nick Gishen's AI.
yeah. Look, he's not going to get any points anyway because he finishes under AI. Yeah, that's bad luck. You do the whole race
Super
with
D
that.
9th, great recovery after his bad drive. Yaku Nagel in 11th, so much Django still going through the final sector. But yeah, that was not going to be very fun.
Yeah, he's not going to be a happy camper, unfortunately. But yeah, AIs do not get points in FTR, so if you do lose connection, it's unfortunate. So, I feel very sorry for him.
It was a great race from him, and it's just unfortunate on the last lap, right before Maggots and Beckett.
Yeah, so that's going to be painful for him. Sure, that's going to be a tough one to swallow for him.
But yep.
Right, let's just see who our driver of the day is.
Josh, with that runaway, I would definitely also have recommended him.
Yeah, there we go. So no surprise there. Josh, driver of the day. So that wraps up week 2 for Premier Division Racing as we go to the podium thingy because I'm still delayed. Excuse me. This is going to strengthen Mercedes' lead in the Constructors' Championship, pending Stewart's reports at the end, but I don't expect too many things from Premier Division tonight. It was nice and clean. So it's Mercedes 1-2. We're used to that by now in real life, a couple of years from now, or back. So that's well done to them. One Red Bull on the podium. Very good drive by, I don't know, look, he stuck it in there, kept his internet going at least. And that's a good podium for Arne in third. So well, hats off to him in Premier Division to get a third place. So that's good stuff. Let's just run you through the standings, Hanku.
And then Shakes in fourth in that Alfa Romeo. Zardi coming behind him very closely. Aston Martin. Then Nick Gishin's AI, unfortunately.
Yeah, so he's going to drop out of the points completely. So Pancho will move up to 7th. Boinky's to 6th, Boinkies will go up into 7th, Super D 8th, Top Gun into 9th. Everyone will move one place up. If you just go further down on the block for me, Hanku, so we can just get this for our standings.
Oh, sorry.
It will now. Yep.
It's too late. It's already moving on to the next loading screen.
Oh, Macca's. And I don't have that, so shove it. We'll take it from the race, final lap. But anyway, yeah, that's us for Silverstone. Probably not the most exciting race that we've seen, but a bit of domination from Josh, and we expect some kind of domination somewhere in the divisions. So well done to Josh and the Mercedes team for the win, for the double podium tonight. You can catch us tomorrow night. Before I say cheers, you can catch us tomorrow night for Division 2. It's going to be Atmar in the comms box tomorrow night, standing in for Nick. So Atmar's not going to race tonight. He gets replaced tomorrow night by, I need to think very cleverly now, I think it's by Chums in the McLaren next to Dixie Killer. So Atmar's going to be in the comms tomorrow night, so join Atmar Gorsi, Ray, join him tomorrow night, keep him company, watch out for Division 2. It will be Silverstone again, mixed conditions, one of our mixed condition races, and then also check out Facebook for all the results, overtakes of the week, and driver standings. Hanku, thanks for helping, kind of thing.
And a lucky evening, and it's no problem to mess up the lobby every single time.
Yeah, well done. This last time at Hanku's hosting. Screw that. Anyway, thanks everyone. You must have a lovely, warm Wednesday, and have a good rest of the week. And me and Hanku, or I will probably catch you guys next week again, as Hanku might take a little bit off. So from my side, Avi, and I think from Hanku as well, we'll see you guys next week. Ciao, ciao.
Cheers.